Hi, my name is Kenza, and I started an online platform called Mind Over Meta IO, where I'm interviewing entrepreneurs like yourself to learn more about your business and to inspire young entrepreneurs like myself. So, can you tell me your name and what your business is?
Yeah, so my name is Adam Williams. I'm from London. I live in New York. And right now I have 4 businesses, 2 technology companies, a beverage brand, and a mining company.
And which one do you want to talk about today? What's the most impactful one?
The most impactful one is probably we created a super healthy energy shop called Proper Wild. And I'm sure everyone's aware the whole world's moving healthy now. All food and beverages moving healthy. So, big opportunity. And in the energy drink space, there's no healthy products, nothing.
Yeah.
So it's a big market to go after. And we created a 2.5-ounce shot that's all natural, organic, gives you an amazing energy boost, no side effects. And we created gummies that are delicious and have the same effect.
So I'm gonna ask you a series of questions today, and I'd like you to answer.
Okay.
Just regarding your business, the best answers for it. So, again, as a student, I've always been curious about how entrepreneurs develop their businesses, and I aspire to be an entrepreneur in the future. So I'd love to learn more about you and how you work your business.
So previously I created 2 technology companies in England, and I sold both of them in America. And it's nowadays, because everything's been done, it's not reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
It's looking at a big market that's trending in the right direction and trying to figure out if you can do a better version of what currently exists. And that's kind of the secret sauce. Like Steve Jobs didn't invent the mobile phone. That'd been around since the 70s.
Yeah.
He just made the best one that was the easiest to use, and he marketed it well. So after we'd sold the last 2 tech companies, we're back to square one. All right, what do we do next? And basically started thinking, okay, what's a gigantic market that's growing every single year, where there's an inefficiency or something that could be improved, like I said. And then to kind of work backwards, I was thinking, okay, what is something that I need for myself that I would use every single day? And traveling all the time, working all the time, not getting much sleep, not traditionally drinking coffee, and I won't touch traditional energy drinks because they're so bad for you. Landed on, okay, well maybe something in healthy energy might make sense. So that's kind of was the original idea from the beginning. But then an idea is meaningless. You then got to do market. Well, not even that. You got to do market research to see if what you think is a good idea actually is a good idea. So we spent about 6 months putting together almost like a school project on the energy drink space, and wanted to just see, look, is this worth wasting our time and money and energy pursuing? Most people just dive into a business thinking it's a good idea without any
research or anything.
Any market knowledge, exactly. So in this case, it was very overwhelming that it was a good idea. So the energy drink market has grown 10% a year every year since the year 2000.
No way.
Yeah, it's the only segment in the world that's doing this. Yeah, and it's not slowing down. And the highest performing stock on the S&P 500 is since the year 2000 is Monster Energy. And these are just two big statistics that stood out. And then there's now an explosion in, as I said, in the food and beverage world of healthy products. So I started doing a big research on, is there anything out there that's healthy that actually works, that's conveniently accessible, that I can just pick up in a shop and it didn't exist. And as I dug deeper, the drink space, so Red Bull, Monster, Rockstar, Bang, all these, is too saturated. There's too many of them. You're in the fridge. There's 10 products that are the same. They're super unhealthy. And also, no one drinks a whole energy drink. You have a few sips, you throw it away. So we were going down the rabbit hole. Knew it was the right industry. Knew the timing was correct. But I wasn't in love with the drink concept. And then we were looking at other ways of taking in energy. So, food, supplements, powders, shots. And we basically created fake brands, like 5 or 6 of them, put ad spend behind them, did huge tests across the US on social media. And when we got the results back, it was, there was like food, supplements, powders, drinks, and then energy shot was like this.
No way.
So the market told us that a healthy energy shot
would do the best.
Will do the best. Yeah. From millions of people that we.
And how did you market this? Like you sent out the energy shots, or you did surveys?
No. The product didn't exist.
Oh.
This was just, what should we actually go and create?
Okay.
What does the market want?
Mm-hmm.
And the data was overwhelming that a healthy energy shot was by far the most well received from all the market research. So we created fake brands, just did Instagram ads, Snapchat, Facebook.
And that's what did the best.
Yeah. And we just ran, 3 months of ads and just looked at who was looking at it, who was clicking through, who was trying to buy, and it was like night and day.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, healthy energy shot. And we then started looking at the healthy energy shot market. And this is what was really crazy. 95% of all energy shot sales in the US is one company, 5 Hour Energy.
No way.
So 5 Hour Energy is an energy shot.
Yeah.
They do $1 billion a year in sales. They got no competition. They're the only product at the cash register nationwide.
And that was the only other product that you
That's the only, in a shot form, that's the only one. And that's when the light bulb went off, because it's like, wow, it's poisonous. It tastes really bad. It's horrible for you. It makes you feel terrible.
And they're doing regardless. And
they're doing 95% of all sales and $1 billion a year, just in the US. I don't even know the rest of the world. So problem-solving entrepreneur brain, it's like, wow, that's the lowest hanging fruit, the biggest opportunity in the world in consumer packaged goods, food and beverage. So the next thing I did, and this is what the most important piece of the whole puzzle is, you've got to build an amazing team.
Yeah.
No one
can do it yourself.
No one can do it on their own. So I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm bad at, and I have people around me that are world-class at other things. So I immediately called one of my best friends who's sold 2 tech companies, who I think's the best operator on planet Earth. If you give him something, he'll figure it out, get it from A to Z, but managing the day-to-day and all the paperwork and all the boring stuff, he's world-class. So my first call was to him. I said, hey, I've got high conviction that a healthy energy shot
would do so well in the market.
With only one competitor.
Yeah.
When the world's moving healthy, the market's growing, it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
it's not rocket science.
So much sense.
So he agreed and said, yeah, I love it. I agree with you. And funnily enough, he was trying to reduce his coffee intake. So he needed a product as well.
So it shows that everyone...
Yes, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. He drinks so much coffee. He's like, I've been looking for something so I could reduce it. So that was kind of the start of it. And then the next question is, well, why is there only 5 Hour Energy? Why has no one else been able to take on 5 Hour Energy? So you do more market research. And it ended up being 6 reasons. You need a product with a long shelf life.
Yeah.
No refrigeration, can't be in the fridge. The big one is it's got to be healthy, i.e. no preservatives. And back then, whenever it was 2020, 2019, there's never been a shelf-stable shot without preservatives. It's never been done before. 5 is efficacy, so you got to feel something.
Yeah.
It can't be like a water or a juice or something.
You have to feel like you're doing something.
Yeah, functional. You got to feel like. Then taste. It's got to taste good enough. It doesn't have to be amazing because it's
shot.
And it's functional and it's healthy. So healthy stuff generally doesn't taste that good. And then the 6th one is the hardest one, is with no retail experience, we got to somehow figure out how we get our product at the cash register. Nationwide. When 25 years, no one else has been able to crack the cash register. So between me and him, we were confident we could figure out the first 5 things.
But the last one you weren't so sure.
But the last one, we were backed ourselves to figure it out as well. But we knew the first 5 we for sure could do. And then the 6th one, we thought, well, with a bit of luck, and if things are going well, we're well connected enough. We'll try and figure that out. So the next thing is, okay, fine. Where do we start with that? So we'd never created a product before. all of our backgrounds in tech. And so we looked at it as a tech company. So how can we innovate?
And did you have prior tech experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
My previous two businesses were technology businesses.
And that was before, okay.
Yeah. But with the tech entrepreneur brain, doing a beverage was very different. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
It's usually beverage
Makes
guys.
sense, yeah.
And so everything we were going to do, and this is across all industries, not just this, every decision you make has to be data driven. For example, choosing that an energy
you need
shot.
to make sure that the numbers like line up.
You just got to make sure that it's minimizing risk.
Yeah.
So I can show you a graph that 2 million people preferred an energy shot to all the other ones.
Yeah.
So already, okay, fine, go down this route. So you do the same when you're coming up with the design, the flavors, the formula, everything. So we put together the same process and we came up with 10 or 15 different designs, names, packaging and branding. This is before the flavors. This is just what it look and feel. Ran the ad again.
And you saw what did the best.
And what came back is the design we have now, which is colorful and bright and blah, blah, blah.
No, that makes sense.
And the same with the name. So we had the highest performing name from all of our market research and the highest performing packaging and brand.
And that's what you ended up using.
Yeah. And if I'm now going to come to you and I'll try and get money from you to invest money, it's like, hey, listen, the market wants this. The market likes these designs. The market likes this name.
And having data and evidence that shows what will do the best is obviously very helpful.
It doesn't guarantee success, but it massively increases the chances. So any business, what you want to be trying to do is avoid failure. That's the main thing. And if you can show very methodical, thorough, strategic processes behind every single decision that you've made at the beginning, and for a product, it's what's it called? What is the product? How does it look? At the very least, as you said, you minimize the risk and you maximize the potential success. So we went through all of that. Had a really good looking, gender neutral, high performing, colorful, bright, in your face packaging. The name was a combination, so it's Proper Wild. So proper it means so many different things.
Yeah.
In my head, it means like high quality, legit, premium.
Yeah.
And then wild could be wildlife. It could be
like energy,
organic, or go wild, have fun. So it was a good combo. But it took 2-3 months to do the name, because once you land on a name, you then got to go and find the trademarks, make sure it's not trademarked. You need .com, you need all the social media handles. So it was an entire process. And very few people go into this much detail when they start something. And you have to do it, right? If again, to minimize the risk. So went through this whole thing, landed on the name. The name performed really well as well. So we had the packaging, the branding, the name, and then we had to figure out the formula. And tapped into the network, got unbelievable medical advice from some of the top doctors in America. And the idea was we wanted the simplest formula with the fewest ingredients, where everything that you read, you understand.
It's not any hard words or any nothing you can't read.
If you look at any other energy drink, there's words with 30 letters and you've never heard of them. Yeah. And it's basically poison.
You know exactly what you're taking in, and it's effective, so it's the best.
100%. Yeah. So I wanted for myself something I could put in my body every single day.
That you knew what was going into your body and what it was doing.
Or anyone.
Yeah.
The dumbest person in the world could read the pack and know, this. So the idea is the fewest ingredients, all of it be healthy or not bad for you, and for it to functionally work. So easier said than done. So we went through all of the potential energy stimulants, so like the mushrooms and the botanicals and the ginseng and all this stuff. And what people do where they make mistakes is they just pack everything in and try and get a product out. If you do a bit more research, you'll find out that 99% of all stimulants in energy drinks get burnt off during production. The only one that can stand up to the production when you're mass producing a product through the factory is caffeine. It's the only thing that stays strong. So we got rid of all of the potentials that we were going to use, and caffeine was the bait. And then the next thing is, right, well, there's lots of different types of caffeine. So we wanted the healthiest caffeine from green tea leaves, not synthetic, not processed, untouched. And then you got to go and find the right suppliers of caffeine. All US as well, because being in the US is a US business. If it's manufactured and created in the US, there's more trust with the users. So we had the caffeine, and then we had to figure out something else to give us an edge. And we ended up landing on L-theanine, which it comes from green tea as well. So L-theanine puts you in a good mood. It's anti-anxiety.
It's a type of caffeine.
No, it's an amino acid from green tea leaf.
Okay.
You know Adderall?
Yeah.
So L-theanine does exactly the same to your brain as Adderall does.
Okay.
And they use it in Asia to treat ADHD. It's incredible. I'd never heard of L-theanine before this. So one of our big medical people was like, hey, why don't you try L-theanine with it? And I'd never heard of L-theanine, so we did some research. And L-theanine puts you in a good mood. It's anti-anxiety, it's anti-stress, and funnily enough, it gets rid of the side effects of caffeine. So there's no shakes, no crash.
So research really does
it's everything.
Huge.
Everything. So we then looked at hundreds of clinical studies of caffeine on its own, L-theanine on its own, and then the two together.
Yeah.
And they're all out. So we didn't have to go and
find them by doing it.
Do it ourselves. We actually did one ourselves. We didn't really need to. So we now had our base of our formula, caffeine and L-theanine. And what it gives you is an amazing high, energy high. It lasts for hours and hours and hours, and you get no side effects. And you get the Adderall effect.
So it's like the key.
The secret sauce.
Perfect.
Exactly. And no one had ever done just a simple energy drink combining caffeine and L-theanine.
Yeah.
Everyone throws in vitamins, B12, all this bullshit. It's nonsense. And it doesn't survive manufacturing.
Yeah.
It gets burnt off. So it's like snake oil. So we landed on these two, and then caffeine's very bitter, so you've got to master the bitter. So this bit wasn't too difficult. It's organic fruit juice, pink Himalayan sea salt, and then a very small amount of organic monk fruit, which is a natural sweet. And tested it on ourselves for several months, and eventually got the right combo of caffeine and L-theanine.
Yeah.
So we had the formula.
How long did this process take?
18 months. And we self-funded everything. And it was, well, if I'm going to go and raise money, I need to come with a very compelling
product.
So something that's brand new. Yeah, this is why it's good. This is why, it works. This is why it's different.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And was there any point in this whole process where you're like, no, like this isn't going to work? Like, was there any point where you're like, I'm going to fail, like I should just stop?
Not that we were going to fail.
How did you get out of the situation?
Not that we were going to fail, that we were going to just throw it in the bin and do something else.
Yeah.
We weren't even going to launch it to.
And why did that happen?
So it was the third thing I mentioned on that list, which is the preservatives.
Yeah.
So again, tech brain, technology, blah, blah, blah. We started researching shelf-stable drinks that didn't have preservatives.
Yeah.
And back then there was a new technology called hot fill, which means you can fill a drink at 200 degrees, seal it, and then it's shelf life stable without preservatives.
Oh my God.
It was brand new back then. But no one had ever done it for a shot. And then when we carried on researching, there's only 3 co-packers in America out of thousands that could hot fill. And so we got in touch with them, 2 of them, and cold called them as well. We didn't have any contact.
Yeah.
2 of them were like, no, it's not possible. The third one, which is the biggest in California, said, well,
we don't know. Like,
maybe you can do it. You're welcome to come and figure it out. So we went down to their factory, camped out for about 3 weeks, brought a team of, geeks with us. Yeah. And long story short, we managed to reverse engineer their entire manufacturing process so that they could hot fill a 2.5 ounce shot.
Wow.
Which sounds simple, but it was really difficult.
Yeah, it sounds difficult.
If we couldn't have figured that out, we wouldn't have even done this in the first place. Because our edge is that we are the healthiest energy product on the planet.
Yeah.
Period. Like, it's not even close. And if we had preservatives in there with the same...
It wouldn't be the same as just any other
Same as everything. It probably still would do better. Sorry, it probably would still do okay because it's better than 5 Hour, but this had to be overwhelmingly...
different.
Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a real edge.
Yeah.
Being the only shelf stable shop in the world without preservatives was like revolutionary.
Yeah.
So that was the breakthrough. Once we cracked that, we had officially
Completed the things on the list.
the healthiest, no shelf life, tasted fine, made you feel great, look good, and we'd fixed those first 5.
Yeah.
The next thing, and this is the same for any business, why do food and beverages companies fail? The biggest reason they fail, number one, they run out of money,
Yeah.
and number two, their go-to-market strategy is wrong. So in our criteria of things that we have to tick off, size of the market, trend of the market,
Yeah.
competitive landscape, who's the team, how good's the product.
And how did you build your team?
All the years of running around the world,
You just found the right people.
so Richard Branson? So Richard Branson's the founder of Virgin.
Oh, okay.
Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Trains, Virgin Cruises, Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
One of the richest men in England. He luckily was one of my mentors growing up. And he told me, Adam, just be good at 2 things. Figuring out how to raise money and building world-class teams. So he said, you meet any amazing human beings that are
You make a note.
world-class at something, keep them in your phone book.
Yeah.
And just have that there. Just one day you might
Need that.
need to call out to them, which I did. So Vinny, my co-founder, we were friends for years. We had mutual respect for each other. We're polar opposites. He's day to day, and
Different strengths and weaknesses.
yeah, like for a CEO and an operator, I've not seen anyone even close. So that was an easy one, bringing him in. So me and him together, anything we were going to go all in on, we were probably going to figure out, because
Together.
we got a phenomenal track record and we're both very good at what we're good at.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 guys, which really helped make this all happen, was one of the best product design guys in the world that we both knew for years. And he sold a big product design agency. So if Little Yogurt bring out a new yogurt, they'll bring him in and his company would come up with the branding for it and everything. So he was instrumental in that process, like I mentioned, testing all the designs and the names and everything. Like, I didn't know about any of that.
He's the one that.
He's the one that came up with the packaging.
So it
and
really
brand.
shows how you need a proper team to get successful.
It's the
you
most.
couldn't have done it on your own.
No chance. It's the most important. A good team can make a bad product or a bad service succeed.
Yeah.
And a phenomenal team.
How you doing? You good? Long time no see. How you doing? Good?
Something.
How you doing, my brother? You good?
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. So the team's the most important, and every single business will need. Like, we didn't need any developers. We didn't need. It's a beverage company. It's traditional.
Yeah.
So I needed someone that was amazing at product design to come up with a good thing. I needed someone amazing to run the business day to day, because I hate doing that. And we needed someone that was world-class at digital marketing. Because, as I just mentioned, when we looked at why all food and beverages fail, there's 2 reasons. They run out of money, or every single one of them goes straight into retail, doesn't know what they're doing.
It doesn't sell.
It doesn't sell. They get kicked out of retail,
Yeah.
then they're dead.
Yeah.
So
You need to know what you're doing for. You need to have a feature that makes you stand out.
play to your strengths. Play to your strengths. So the other good thing about the shop is, because it's small and it's light, it could work as an online business.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need retail.
Mm-hmm.
So with us, with our own money in there, we're like, how do we minimize risk, maximize the potential success? Well, let's have a product that could be a standalone online business.
Yeah.
Just in case retail doesn't work.
Safety option.
So, exactly. So again, I'm going to an investor and I'm like, look, I'm not relying on retail. I think we can make this successful online. It's small, it's cool, we could do subscription. It's not that expensive.
Yeah.
It's $3.99 for a shop.
And as we know, also AI is rapidly moving into the world. Do you think?
Back then there was no AI.
And how about
this
now?
was 2020.
Do you think AI has any place in your business? Do you think
Yeah,
it's a
100%.
threat, or do you think it can?
No. If AI will help any strong business in any industry, because we can create marketing materials in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Ads, we can use AI robots that look like me and you. We don't have to pay them anything,
Yeah.
And there's lots of clever ways of, carpet bombing people's social media with all the new algorithms that are out there and stuff. So AI, in my opinion, should be. We've just started to use AI now.
And do you think it's made a big difference in how you
We haven't seen the difference yet. It saved us money.
Yeah.
And it's well, actually that's really important. So it's saving us a lot of money on the marketing side, and it's helping us make decisions a lot quicker.
Okay.
In fact, no, I tell a lie. We did use an AI company at the beginning to figure out the flavors.
Okay.
So like there's 1,000 different flavors.
Yeah.
We wanted 6 to start with. Again, our opinions mean nothing. I like strawberry, he likes
Yeah.
blueberry.
It's what needs. Like,
He
it's
likes
what, yeah.
he likes banana. So we actually hired an AI company that has the taste palettes of the UK population, of the US population, with like billions of data points. And this is like a very well-known AI company that does it for Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Okay.
And no one is doing this back then for food and beverage.
Yeah.
And we hired them to basically tell us if we had 6, back then it was 3. If we had to start with 3 flavors, what's the biggest addressable market in the US for only 3 flavors for an energy shot?
Okay.
Put it in the AI and it spat out ginger, peach, mango, blackberry.
And is that.
Those are the 3 we started.
And
Yeah. And there was lots and lots of data that we saw, black and white, why it should be those 3 flavors. So again, the decision making is all data driven.
Yeah.
So we had
I didn't know that data played this much of a.
it's everything. You got to do so much research. Luckily, we didn't have any real competition. A big part of everything is a very deep dive on the competitive landscape. And if you're lucky enough to have a big industry that's growing with only one competitor, it's unheard of.
Yeah.
So, but we had to go, down a rabbit hole to figure that out. So we had our 3 flavors, and then so in 2020 we had the healthiest, most effective, best tasting, and most convenient because of the shot form energy product in the world. And then it was like, right, we got to now get this to market.
Yeah.
And other people would have just rushed in to try and do retail and probably failed. What we did is we launched only online.
Oh, so you started only on.
Only online.
Okay.
We had, remember I mentioned we got one of the top digital marketing guys in the world. We brought him in, we made him a co-founder, and he manned the fort for all the online stuff. We, did our thing on the back end. And within 12 months, we had a very healthy online business, customers in all 50 states.
Wow.
55% female demographic, which is never been done before for the energy space.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because you're growing the sales and market into. We had non-energy drink drinkers, we had energy drink drinkers switching, coffee drinkers trying to drink less, energy shot. Like it was quite
growing rapidly.
Yeah, it was growing every single month. But what we did extremely well, and when I say we, it was this guy, and I learned this for the first time, back to having a good team. We tested the hell out of everything. So we'd run an ad, put ad spend behind it, take it down, look at the performance. We did 300 or 400 ads. And the best performing ones, we then put more money behind and let them run. And then we tested new ads. And we did videos, pictures, static. We did high res, we did low res. And the best performing stuff that after 6 months of doing this was a regular person on their iPhone saying, hey, I'm using these energy shots. They're amazing.
And that's within the best.
And that's the cheapest. Yeah. So the first 6 months was figuring out, okay, what actually resonates with the customer. And again, this is all data telling us. And at that stage, we had so much conviction that this was going to be a super successful business. And we had so much knowledge behind why we did this. That's when we did our first fundraise. So I went to the market, went to everyone in our network and just presented it to them.
And at what point did you go in for investors? And
6 months after we launched.
And were you already big at this time?
No. Brand new. People should look at what are good unit economics. Sorry about the revenues.
Yeah.
Are we growing every month?
Yeah.
Is the average order volume high?
Yeah.
Is the repurchase rate high?
Yeah.
Is the lifetime value high of people coming back? So like the kind of macro unit economics, if they're healthy and moving in the right direction, the revenues will catch up. We could have put big ad spends, but then
that's all that matters.
But you never want a big spike and then it's go down. You'd rather it grow slowly.
Yeah.
So people just see month growth. So each month was like a new exercise of different stuff we were testing. So after 6 months in the market, we had customers in all 50 states. All those metrics I mentioned were good.
Yeah.
We weren't doing very much in sales, but it was growing. And we had overwhelming data that if we pumped money behind this, we could really jack up the numbers.
So where is your business at today? Like what has
So
happened?
this is what happened. So we raised $3 million
Wow.
in 2021 to basically scale what was working.
Yeah.
So we had everything I've just told you presented to an investor.
Yeah.
We're like, guys, it's a big market. It's growing in the right way. The product's the best. We've got good traction. There's no real competition. The timing's right. Timing's a big one. Like, if you whiteboard everything,
It was
timing.
Yeah.
Timing is everything. If you mistime something by, it will happen later, or you've missed the boat. Timing's perfect. And then we had real data that people want this.
Yeah.
We just didn't have a huge amount of money to spend on the marketing, but we were very scrappy. We tested very well, and we had overwhelming data that it was working. So we did 3 million raise then, scaled it, numbers went up very nicely. A year later, we did an $8 million raise.
Wow.
And it was quite straightforward because it was a healthy business with a good team, good track record, good decision making, good processes, all made in the US, simple supply chain. Like everything was, but it was still the revenues weren't really high.
But you saw growth.
But it was doing this healthy growth.
Yeah.
So we did an $8 million raise. We now knew we were sitting on an online business that we could grow and sell. So we were all very happy. We were like, we need to try retail, but if we don't get it, it's fine.
It's not.
So all our investors, exactly. All our investors were happy. We were happy, but we still had to get the revenues a lot higher. So we used, and this is the other reason why people can't get into retail. If you're a retailer, like, why should I take your product?
Yeah, not one that I've been using for so long.
Or for a new product, you're going to say to me, well, how do I know it's going to sell?
Yeah.
You're taking a risk giving us shelf space. So we had nice data that it's a healthy online business and customers, in all 50 states, and a good male, female, and all age ranges.
Yeah.
From teenagers to old people using it because it's a healthier way to have an energy boost. We then hustled a little bit, called everyone in our network, and managed to get into 1,000 locations at the cash register, which was as a favor for a set period of time. And then in some locations we were like on the shelves or in the fridge or whatever. So we did that for 6 months just to test, does this really work in retail? We thought it would, but we needed proof.
You needed proof, yeah.
And again, the data was overwhelming. When it's in the fridge, it doesn't sell. When it's on the shelves somewhere, it doesn't sell. When it's at the cash register,
then it sells.
It sells because people already know 5 Hour, and they're like, oh, there's a display unit. This is looks like a healthy 5 Hour. Let me try it. So we started to have some success in retail. And then this is where we were very smart, picking a big market that's growing with only one player. We then got approached in 2023. They said, guys, you obviously know who we are, which we didn't, but now we do. We're moving out of nicotine tobacco. Our entire company strategy is non-nicotine at the cash register.
Yeah.
And they said, we've done a huge market research campaign for like a year, spent millions of dollars. And you have the number one, in their opinion, non-nicotine cash register product in America.
Oh my God!
They're like, even though you're brand new,
such a good title.
Yeah, they said with our resource, because they have every store in the country.
Yeah.
And they can click their fingers and put you everywhere. So they said with our resource and our scale, we can make this worth a multi-billion-dollar business. So we were like, all right, that's great. And then they actually tried to buy the company in 2023.
And you did it
straight away. They were like, we want this business. They said it's strategic for us. We're moving into non-nicotine. We want to enter the energy space. And it's funny, they asked word for word for a 5 Hour energy killer. That was their words. And they said, there's only you guys, no one else.
And did you?
And so we said, no, we're not going to sell to you. And they offered a really, really big amount.
And do you regret that? Or?
No, not at all. So because Vinny and I, between us, have sold 4 businesses. We've played this game before.
Yeah, you know what's
when a big company comes to you and goes over and over and over at the top about how much they really want this business.
That means you know that it's a good business and you know it's going to work.
Well, yes, but we know that they need it for their whatever strategy they have going forward. And we know that it's a public company and they've got a board and shareholders, and they'd announced to their shareholders publicly that they're going to own 5 non-nicotine products at the cash register by 2030.
Okay.
So we knew all of this.
Yeah.
And if they're offering us something right now when it's brand new, we're in 1,000 stores.
What they're gonna offer you.
We just predicted that we could get a better deal.
Yeah.
So we said, no, thank you. They then came back to us a few weeks later and asked to come and see us in person in our office in New York. And they came and they brought their whole team, their CEO and head of venture, head of supply chain, everyone. And they sat across from us and said, all right, guys, we really, really want to own this business. Like, this is perfect for us.
That must be so rewarding to hear also.
Well, of course, but remember the 2 years we spent figuring it.
You don't want to just hand over all your hard work.
Well, that's the reason they want it, because we'd spent so much time
you've done
put ourselves in that position.
All the data, and you've done everything.
Exactly. So they said, what do you guys actually want?
Yeah.
So we said, well, we wanted to create over $1 billion in value and sell it for over $1 billion. That's our goal. And we think we can do it. And they said, well, we can get you to that valuation. And we were like, well, what do you mean? So they ended up proposing what I'm aware of is the best deal ever done in the history of the beverage industry for a new business at our stage. So the deal they proposed is they invest $10 million to give us a marketing budget.
Yeah.
They put us in 125,000 stores across the country.
Oh my goodness.
At the cash register with a display unit, in-store marketing, stickers, posters, whatever we want. They have a 3,000 person sales team that goes into every store every 2 weeks. And we'd be their 6th product. So they have like Marlboro and Zins and all this other stuff, all the nicotine tobacco stuff. They already have the lorries going out. They already have the infrastructure and everything. For them, it's a plug and play. It's just one more product to put there and to check.
But for you, it's like...
So I'll give you a good statistic. Poppy, have you heard of Poppy?
Yes, I love coffee.
So Poppy sold this year for $1.9 billion to Pepsi, and they were only in 36,000 stores, and it took them 15 years to get to 36,000 stores.
And
we've just gone from 1,000 to 125,000 in 18 months, which was so it would be the fastest rollout in the history. When you're in the fridge with Coke or Pepsi, they work with 500 or 600 independent distributors, and they're the only ones that can scale that quickly, and they own cash register. So they basically said, we'll invest, we'll roll you out nationwide, CVS, Walmart, 7-Eleven, like everywhere, and then we'll buy your company in 4 years' time. And we agreed a top line sales multiple. So whatever your top line sales is, times by X, that's the sale price. We went back and forward and we managed to negotiate 5 times sales. So not profit, not EBITDA, none of this stuff, just the total sales for the year in 4 years' time, which will be the end of 2028, times that by 5. That's the acquisition.
That's what you're doing.
That's the acquisition, right? And so we obviously said yes to that. And they then did 10-11 months of the most hardcore diligence I've ever experienced, where they checked every single little thing. It was $3 million legal bill just for their diligence.
Oh my God.
They obviously paid, but we had to switch everything off for nearly a year, let them do all their own, checking our supply chain, our ingredients, our marketing, our backgrounds,
But it's worth it in the end.
Well, if you pass, If you don't, you've got this huge reputational risk. But anyway, we knew that we were all fine and legit. So they did their diligence. And then in 2024, July, we signed the deal. They then invested their money a few months later. And then this year, 2025, they started the rollout.
Okay.
And we're now in the process of going from 1,000 into 125,000 locations. And by the middle of next year, we'll be there or thereabouts. So this is kind of overwhelmingly.
So it's like current, like it's happening like now.
Yeah, we're in right now in 50,000 stores. We're going to be in 100,000 by March, and then
it must feel so rewarding.
Very rewarding. But the US market is big, and we weren't content with that. There's more to get. There's more juice to squeeze. Yeah. So they did the big announcement, and outside of their stores, we brought in our own sales team that were hitting up all the retailers that they don't work with.
Yeah.
And all the other channels. So this is the other reason why a shop was so good. We can go into offices, gyms, hospitals, sports arenas, hotels.
There's so much room for it in the market.
The addressable market
It's
is
ginormous. And there's no competition.
Poppy can't go in there. 5 Hour Energy can't go in there. Red Bull can't. Well, actually, no, Red Bull are in a lot of them. So the majority of products can't go into all these additional channels. Golf courses, spas. So we started to do all of that as well. And then a big breakthrough was because we're always doing market research.
Yeah.
Gummies had blown up in America. Everyone's taking gummies for hair loss, for stomach, for vitamins, for everything. So we decided, let's add an energy gummy to the shots.
I want to try this.
I've got them down there. I'll give you them down. And this was the genius move. And again, we had the data to show it's worth doing. So we made a big investment to make the gummies. Same product, just in a different format. They said, we've been working on our own gummy for 2 years and yours is so good, we're throwing ours in the bin and we'll take yours as well. So deal ended up being the gummies and the shots together.
So it even increased the
Skyrockets our potential sale price.
Oh my God, decision making is also like
while we made the gummies, we had to obviously keep the rollout of the shots, keep the train on the tracks, and we actually improved the formulation of the shots twice this year while getting the gummies live. So this year was kind of like growing pains, big rollout, improved the shots twice. That's a whole. And luckily, I had Vinny there to manage all of that because I couldn't. The gummies just went live a few weeks ago.
And how are they doing?
So they'll hit retail in January.
Okay.
But the only place we're in now is the Wynn Hotel in Vegas, and it's the number one selling product in the whole hotel. So we think they're going to do fine. And all the big retailers that are normally a nightmare to deal with are signing up
really fast.
Instantly to the gummies. Yeah. So and the gummies are going into the offices and hospitals.
And are they the same formula as the shot? Like they do the same thing? Exactly
the same. They just tastier. And it's 4 gummies in a pack, the same as one shot. It's just a different format. So again, the addressable market grows. So from January 2026 till December 2028, we've got the final shot, we got the gummies, and it's just growth mode. And it's just going to as many locations as possible. We did another $10 million fundraise in the summer, just for a bigger marketing budget. And now it's up to us. Whatever that final number is.
It's what? So
now we're doing influencers, micro-influencers, college campuses, billboards, sampling, digital still, some celebrity stuff, and we're testing everything.
Yeah, and seeing what's best.
Exactly. And the idea is you figure out what works and then put more
money into that.
So you just rerun the same playbook. So that's where we are now. We've got this huge explosion in growth. We're going everywhere. It's fun. But we don't have unlimited money.
Yeah.
And we don't want to give a celebrity $5 million to do a post and it doesn't do anything. So we're being very scrappy. And where it's having a lot of success now is on college campuses. All the students are getting off Adderall, they've stopped using Red Bull, their parents are happy with them taking it.
Of course, it's so much healthier.
And it's becoming very popular before you go out to party. Take a bunch of gummies and go out. And now the DJs are using it because everyone's going healthy. The athletes are using it. So it's a unique situation.
It's like everyone, like all types of people.
Everyone who gets tired during the day or night is a customer. Which is
everyone in the world. You did everything you could to be in that position.
100%.
You did the work.
And we had a business that could grow and sell as an online business and be successful without the retail. So it's what could make this fail every single week. What could make this fail? What could make this fail? And just making sure we're doing everything
that prevents that
to prevent it failing.
Yeah.
And if it's a good product, it will figure itself out. And this is from Elon Musk, from Bezos, from all these guys. It's the same playbook. It's not. If you study all these multi-billionaires that are self-made, every single one of them in an interview will say that part of their process is just, okay, what can I identify that can make this fail? Let me eliminate that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
And now that this is off my third business and I have 2 previous big exits, it's not that it's becoming easy, it's becoming very straightforward.
Like now. You know what to expect, you know what to
We just know how to get from A to Z.
Yeah.
We're not gonna waste time in the wrong direction, waste money in the wrong direction.
You know what to do.
And then once you've had a little bit of success, raising money becomes easier because you have a track record.
Yeah.
So it's still a grind, and it's still we're not fully out of the woods, but we're obviously in good shape.
In a good place. We're really good.
A really good
So-
place, but
So
we're not.
impressed by it.
But we're not excited to buy it because we're not finished yet.
Yeah.
We're
There's still more.
we call it submarine mode. We're in submarine mode. Just to we're trying to critique it and find where all the holes are and plug the holes and come up with new. One thing we did that was super innovative is, and again using technology, it's this free shot campaign, in-store marketing campaign they've ever seen. So where our display
You're
units
getting
are,
so many like good titles.
it's unbelievable, right? So where our display units are, we put QR codes all over the
Yeah.
store. So anyone in America can go in the store, buy a shot, scan the QR code, text us the receipt, we reimburse you for the shot. So your first shot's free. It then rolls you into a rewards program on your phone. So every 5 shots you buy anywhere in the country, your 6th one's free. Like in a coffee shop where they stamp you.
Yeah.
So we just implemented that and that's exploding.
Making it grow even further.
So now it's like, well, how do we spend the money we raise? Well, we put money into that, and then the college campuses are working, put money into that, and then
It's just about finding where and what to spend your money on.
testing. We call it failing fast. So if you can fail fast and figure out if something works or not quickly,
Then you
cost effectively, throw that in the, like we did a big influencer stuff, didn't work. Put
now you know not
we're
to do that
we're not-
anymore, not to spend money on it anymore.
Exactly. And this is not, none of this is rocket science. It's
It's how
follow-
to play the bugs properly.
following a good process, having a good team to execute what they're good at doing.
Yeah.
And figuring out how to keep it funded, which is easier said than done, but it's once someone overcomplicates things, you should, it's probably not worth doing. This is very simple. It's just going through the motions,
Keep moving forward.
ticking all the boxes, figuring out what could make us fail and eliminating those, and the rest will figure itself out. And that's, so yeah, now we're in good shape, we're in a good position, and it's up to us now to make this hopefully very successful.
So my last question for you is, if you had to give maybe 1 or 2 sentences of advice to a young entrepreneur who is aspiring to start a business, what would that be?
Team, you can't do it on your own. So who in your network who you think would be an amazing co-founder that you're in bed with, that you joined at the hip, that you trust, that's never going to screw you over, that can bring to the table whatever they're good at. That's the number one thing. Who's going to be your partner in crime? And then the second thing is, so we've created now this, from spending time in all of these very successful people and now having some success already. There's and I'll send it to you. There's a checklist that you have to basically tick off, whether you're starting a business or whether you're investing in something in the future, and it's universal for all companies. And I forget all the bullet points, but basically you've got to look for something with a big market.
Yeah.
You got to look for something that's trending in the right direction, i.e. alcohol's going down. So it's probably not a good business to be in now.
You need to look for something that's growing.
You need to have an amazing team, and the teams will be different for each business depending on what it is. You need to look at, is the timing for this correct, and come up with the reasons why the timing is good or bad. You're then going to look, like I mentioned, go-to-market strategy. So why have other companies failed, or why has no one done this, or why is this go-to-market strategy better than something else? We'll look at the competitive landscape. If there's loads of competitors,
There's no point.
if there's not, then this or that. And if you tick these boxes, you're already
In a good position.
10 steps ahead of anyone. So once you've got that right team and doing enough of that initial research, and that's included in it, it's really then
How you
you're working backwards from that.
Yeah.
Because you're like, how do I even come up with the idea in the first place? Well, I need a big market that's moving in the right direction year on year, with not much competition, where I'm either creating something new or I'm doing a better version of something else.
Yeah.
And the team's really good, the timing's good because of X, Y, Z. And you basically, it's like a school project, effectively.
Yeah.
And so hardcore market research.
But I learned so
And
much
the team.
about that. I didn't know that market research and marketing played such a, like, obviously I knew it played a role, but not this much of a role. And
It's everything.
thank you so much.
Those are the two
for-
things, team and the market research.
Thank you so much for your time and for
No worries.
answering all my questions. And I'm sure you're going to inspire so many young entrepreneurs that I want to study marketing, digital marketing. Like I did a course in summer about it and I found it so interesting and I didn't know that it played such a big role.
Nowadays, and you mentioned AI, nowadays you could create, launch and sell a business just from the digital marketing. You don't actually really need all the other. If you're lucky enough to be able to raise some real money, you could do other things. But the most important channel of marketing today is digital.
Digital marketing.
And testing ads and testing different bits of creative and now using AI to just help you get more reach, more data, and you just and also come up with the ad. Like you could literally create 500 individual ads now in
5 seconds.
Yeah, from AI, whereas we had to go get human beings, film, send it to me. Some we pay, some we don't. So now is probably
the best.
There's never been a better time to launch a business, especially digital marketing. And if you're good at digital marketing, you're going to be a very valuable asset to. Like it might not be
but you can help like Vinny.
Yeah, someone might come up with an amazing idea, know that you're good at digital marketing and call you, say, hey, should we do this together?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a really, really good skill set. If I had to choose one, if I was doing it over again, I would become amazing at digital marketing because it's relevant for everything.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really learned so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.